Khan. Shalom, family. Shalom,
Shalom,
shalom.
shalom.
Khan. Khan. Hey, of course, first and foremost, we're going to give all praises, right? All of the praise, all of the glory, all of the
Right?
honor, all right? That goes to who? That goes to the Most High Yahweh, all right? Right, and we do so in the name of his only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, real name Yahweh Shai Amashiach.
Khan.
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 All right, I'm here with the mighty elder of FOG, our elder Marshall. All right, you got your
Shalom, Akim. Aqua.
Khan. You got your bro Cap. Just dropping through, man, because today is we just gonna talk current events, and I got some things I want to talk about. All right. So I'm dropping in on the Elders Wisdom Wednesday.
Hey, like I always say, the door's always open. Always come through, because it's always edifying, always edification, always coming through.
Hey, the water elder. I definitely appreciate that. Also, like, share, and subscribe if you tuned in. All right, it don't cost you nothing to like this video, right? It don't cost you nothing to share the video. All right, and it don't cost you nothing to subscribe. I mean, even if you hate us, you know what I'm saying. Still hit the like button. All right, you don't gotta subscribe, but at least hit the like button or the dislike button, something, right?
Right. They'll give an input. Like they say.
Right. Look, man, it don't cost nothing, and it's greatly appreciated. It helps us out. It helps get the video into the algorithm. It's gonna help us seal up the elect, help us get the hell up out of here. You know what I'm saying? As we're looking like real close, to getting the hell up out of here anyway. You know what I'm saying? We got some key things popping off in current events. So we gotta be mindful of these things. Like the Most High Yahweh told our dear beloved brother Ezra in Second Ezra, I believe that's chapter 6. He says, "What measure the time diligently?" Right, all right. When you see the signs, all right, the signs are the unfolding of the prophecies. When you see those things, then you're gonna know that it's about that time for He who created this world, Yahweh Shai, right, under the guidance of the Most High Yahweh, to visit the world in which He made. All right. And that's definitely happening. We got something to talk about on the return of Yahweh Shai too. The elder Marshall gonna bring that out. But again, please, family, it don't cost you nothing, right? Like it, please share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna come in and you're gonna tune in and watch, the least you could do is hit the like button. If I'm watching a video on YouTube, if I watch it for a minute or two, I'm hitting the like button. All right. Whether I watch the whole video or not. So we just ask that you do that, family. It would be greatly appreciated. Also, before we get into it, my class is going to be switched to Sunday. It's going to be the Sunday meditation class right here on this channel. Also, it's going to start streaming on the FOG, our main page too. When that starts to happen, I'll definitely inform you, but it definitely will be streaming right here. It's going to be the Sunday meditation class. It'll be every Sunday around 11 or 11:30 a.m. All right. This week, our special guest is the brother Ash Rakar. All right. Come through. Khan, all praises. Right. All right. The general, right. He going to come through and, bless us with his presence. So all praises to the Most High for that. And we're going to talk about how black and brown people need a light. All right. And then the following week, I got another special guest coming through, the elder Marshall, in a couple of weeks. All right. For the Sunday meditation. And then just look out for whoever the special guest is going to be. We'll have brothers and we're going to have sisters coming through too. All right. All right. Because our sisters, they definitely have a vital role, and they definitely have a point of view that's going to be that's vital for us. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because the woman is a vital part of the household, right? That's the balance that you have to have maintained between the man and the woman. All right. Come. So I done talked long enough. The captain talked long enough. So I'm gonna let the elder Marshall get you want to get started wherever.
I know. Go ahead and get started because
okay,
real quick because like you said you was going to get some. We're going to get some with the ladies.
Yeah.
So and because that goes into the point where a lot of people be talking about Hebrew Israelites. Y'all misogynistic.
Right.
But you hey, but you ask these people what's the definition or the root word, the root word, which is misogyny.
Mm-hmm.
Define it. What does it mean? They couldn't tell you.
Right.
You know, and it's a dislike or contempt for or ingrained prejudice against women. Come on, man. Come on.
And how do we display that?
You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Wow.
Yeah, right
That's absolutely amazing. Right?
And we teach. What we teach? We teach to protect and provide and to be a man to your woman, to your wife, not just woman,
Right.
your wife. You know, we teach you the scriptures where it tells us to take care and protect and provide for our women.
Right.
So how they gonna be saying that we misogynist?
Right.
That's all.
We're teaching men. We're teaching men what Christ taught. You see
Right.
what I'm saying? Right? What the dear beloved brother Paul learned from Christ, man, that you have to love the woman, right?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And you got to be willing to lay down your life for her. You got to love her as Christ loved the church.
But it just can't be any. But you can't just be any female. See, that's what these females want. They think that any. I look good and I got a big fat booty or I got I have no. It's beyond, and a lot of women have to understand it. Dealing with men is more than just that. Yes, it's the visual aspect when you first get you, but later on it becomes more and more than just that. Because we, whether they want to say it or not, we do the traditional roles anyway when we first meet you. We're going to provide
Talk
you.
about it.
The problem is, are you willing and ready to submit and drop that masculine energy that's on you and just submit and be that feminine side to complement my masculine side? But that's another topic. Hey, but it's just something that conversation I had that's just been.
Mm-hmm. Right, but but that's what they say, right? but it's a gross exaggeration, right? Because again, right, we understand the value and how important a woman is, right? We just want the roles to be defined, right? Because we want there to be balance, right? That's Proverbs 11:1, right?
That's right.
See, a false balance is abomination to the Most High, right? And that's what we want. We want to have the masculine energy and the feminine energy. Like we and you, right? I know you don't mind if we just talk about this. A conversation me and the elder were having earlier, right? Talking about once you've been out all day, you've been at work, you might have stopped by your brother's house, chopped it up. You've been around that testosterone all day, right?
That's right.
Right. So when you get home, what we want, elder?
We want that soft. We want that opposite. We want that soft. We want that soft femininity. We don't. You have to, like we talked. Well, we were saying we know that out there you have to go out there and get that bag. We understand that in this day and age, both of us got to work.
Right.
You have to go out there and have that killer attitude while you out there. That's really that a masculine attitude and energy to go out there and be. To go out there, I'm out there. It's a fight. But you come home, you got to learn to drop that and eat that, because as long as you're holding on to that and taking that home, because now you bring that masculine energy. I already been me as a man. I'm already innately masculine.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, we just been around my homeboys. We've been hanging out there. All that masculine energy. I'm coming home. I want the opposite, but I'm home.
That's
now
right.
Probably with that masculine energy, we're gonna have a problem.
That's right. Hey, Con, why a man, he wants to, after he's been wild up, you know how we talk, man. We be loud and aggressive, talking shit, amped up. When you get home, man, you want to hear that nice, calm, loving, feminine voice. Hey, baby, it's nice to see you. I got your dinner ready. How was your day? Right? That's what a man wants to hear. That's balance, right?
Yeah, it's balance.
Right? And the woman, go ahead, King.
Yeah, I was about to say, and it's not nothing. And a lot of women get upset, and when they hear that, be like, "I'm not nothing about me is weak." No, you're strong in your own sense and in your own way, what God has given unto women, their strength.
Come on.
But as the scripture says in First Peter 3:7, can I bring this out real quick?
Come on, go ahead, King.
Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. So we're not saying that anything that the Lord said that you're the weaker, the weaker vessel. So
right. You see my screen too, Ak?
God, I see the screen.
All right, and this is another one, real quick before we move on. All right. This is Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 25. Right, I'm gonna read verse 20, start at verse 22, right? It says, wives, submit yourselves unto your own husband as unto the Lord. Y'all say y'all love the Lord, then you should be submitting yourself, right? Wives, to your husband as if he's the Lord.
Right.
Because he is your Lord.
I was just about to say, because he is your Lord, he is your head, he is your protection. Just right. Like Christ is our head and our protection.
All right. Here we go. Right? For the husband is the head of the wife. This is why you should submit to your own husband as if he's your Lord, right? Because the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church and is the savior of the body, right? The protector. Okay? Right? Just as the elder was saying, we're the ones who protect you, right? When the man with the ski mask kicking the back door 1:30 a.m. in the morning, you're not the first one jumping up. You're not saying, "Hey, baby, lay back down, daddy, I got it." No.
That's right.
You're saying, "Hey, babe, well, what's that? You go see what's going on." Right. As it should be.
Right.
All right. It says, therefore, as the church is subject to Christ, right? You wouldn't argue that, Christianity. Let the wives be to their own husbands in everything. See, there's nowhere where a woman is supposed to try to usurp authority. She's supposed to, therefore, be in subject to her husband in everything. These are Paul words too, by the way, and it's backed up by the Torah and the Ten Commandments. All right.
So
all right, go ahead.
I was just about to say, so that independent spirit is not a spirit that's of the Lord.
Absolutely, it's not. That's not of the Lord. That's of the enemy, right? That comes from your oppressor. Okay. Last verse, 5 and 25, it says, husband, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it. All right, that's the point. All right. Come on. All right. So now let's get into it.
Yeah.
Let's get into it now. All right. Come on. So first thing we want to talk about real quick, right? Is the Russia-Ukraine latest. All right. Russia-Ukraine. Let me share my screen. Right, because we all know what's going on there, man. We have to pay attention to these things. Again, as the scripture said, we should be measuring the time diligently, right?
Right.
All right. So look at this, right? You see this, right? It says Kiev crossfires, Moscow deploys Iranian drones. It's 3 hours ago, right?
3 hours ago, see?
Right. What Ukrainians learned from down drones, right? Ukraine war, Russia denies use of Iranian drones. Of course, they're going to deny it, but they're doing it. All right. Look at this. Iran sends drone trainees to Crimea to aid Russian military. See, now with this Ukraine war, U.S. says Iranian drones breach sanctions. I'm gonna look at this article a little bit, right? Ukrainian war. It says U.S. says that the Iranian drones breach the sanctions. These are the sanctions that America has on Iran, right?
Right.
Right, for their nuclear program and all that. But they're like, I don't care. That's Ezekiel 38. They don't care. They're going to help the Russians. They're going to help Migdal.
That's great. I was just pulling that up. I was just about to pull that up and read it too.
Come on, bring it out.
Yeah, this Ezekiel chapter 38. Sorry, verse 38.
I'm gonna pull it up here too. Right.
Okay.
Ezekiel 38. Oh, shit.
Right, because it was just funny because as you were speaking, I was like, oh man, that's Ezekiel 38 right there.
That's right.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Right. So here we go. Right. It's Ezekiel 38. Right. I'm gonna read, and we're gonna read a little bit, right? And it says, and the Lord, and the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog. Who is Gog?
That's right.
Right. Gog is the ruler of Magog, right? Or the prince of Magog. Let's prove that. Right. So Gog, right here. Right. Mountain, let's see. God, that's not what I'm looking for. Here we go. The prophetic prince of Rosh, Meshach, and Tubal, and Magog. So he's the prince of Magog, right? Prophetic prince, ruler, right, of that area. All right. All right. Con. Right. So Gog, set thy face against Gog. This is the prince or ruler of the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach, Tubal, and prophesies against them. These are all of that territory, right? By Russia. All right.
Right.
That's right. And even the biblical scholars know this, right? And say, thus saith the Most High Yahweh, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of, see, the scriptures tell you, against ye Gog, who is what? He's the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, all right? Right? And I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth. See, he doesn't have a choice, right? And bring thee forth. And all thine armies, horses and horsemen, all them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers, shields, all handling swords. What does this mean, all handling swords?
Right. Hey, it's like real quick, because like you said, he has no choice. Because I recall when I was watching when everything was starting, when the so-called invasion of Ukraine started, that's all you kept hearing on the Fox News, CNN. What is he doing? Why is Putin doing this? Why all of a sudden, why is he doing this? Because like you said, he has no choice. You know?
Right. It says the scriptures say that the Lord said that he's gonna put the hooks in thy jaw, right? This Hebraic thought right here, right? Put the hooks in the jaw. When you catch a fish, and it eat that bait and it latch onto your hook, it can't you can do with it what you want. You can pull it left, right, up, down, whatever.
That's right.
Right, and I will bring thee forth. So he doesn't have a choice. I remember Putin was saying that he doesn't really. He was saying one time, if I'm not mistaken, that he really didn't even want to invade Ukraine.
See?
Okay, right. When it says that they're all going to be handling swords, right, bucklers and shields, right. This is all of their military equipment, but all handling swords, which means they're all going to have missile capability. All right. Missile capability right there, all handling swords, right? Persia, right? That's the Iranians right there.
It is.
There we go.
and who is the elite is Russia,
right?
Iran,
right?
China,
right? China, the BRIC, right? And look at this, the Ethiopian, they have a new military agreement signed this year with Russia, right? Libya. That's North Africa. Look at North Africa and Russia relations. Very good. All right. So all of these nations, they're prophesied to come against America. All right. That's the point. We ain't gonna go deep into it because we got a few things to get into. Else we have to come back for a part 2. All right.
Hey, look, I always love part 2s.
Hey, Con, we might have to do that tomorrow because I know we're not gonna get through everything. I can already tell. Right, but let's go. Right, but so U.S. Iranian drones. I'm not going to read much of this article. I'm going to just read a little bit. Right, the U.S. says it agrees with the Western allies that Iran's supply of explosive drones to Russia violates the UN sanctions. The UN sanctions on Iran. Okay, certain things they can and they can't do. Right, and look how bold the Esau, the UN, the devil is. They just put sanction on them and tell them who they can sell shit to and they can't.
Right.
I mean, that's ridiculous, but that's another story. Right. Kiev was struck by so-called kamikaze. They lighten up Kiev. That's the capital city of Ukraine. Go ahead, Al.
Oh, really? Did they kamikaze drones?
with the kamikaze drones, right? On Monday, unleashed by Russia, but believed to be Iranian made. They are Iranian made. Okay. Right. Last one, it says the U.S. agrees with the French and British assessment that the drones violate the UN Security Council's resolution 2231. The United States Department said the resolution links Iran's nuclear accord, bars Iran's transfer of certain military. Then I just said that. I said this is about their nuclear program, but also in that it bars them from. See, if it's about their nuclear program, why can't they sell the technology? Because they know if they sell the technology and friendly up with a country like Russia, they'll provide them with the nuclear material. Okay. All right. So that's the point. But I just wanted to, I'm going to stop my share for a second. We wanted to show that and point that out to let you know that now that they've already verified that they've used Iranian drones in Ukraine. This is no longer a civil war.
No, it's not. And plus with the escalating conflict now that you have going on with China and the Taiwan area.
Can't bring that out.
China said, look, Hong Kong is on our full control.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Khan, that's latest news. They have received
Taiwan
control of Hong Kong, and as the elder said, what did they say?
Taiwan is next. And the United States said if China goes in there and does anything to upset the balance of that area, that it would be met with actions. What actions that will be, we'll see. You know, but real quick, the big and major significance of Taiwan is because Taiwan is responsible for about 80%, almost 80% of all.
Bring that out. Of what?
Of all the chips, microprocessor chips that are made in the world. So if you're waiting on that new car that they can't get made, it needs that chip. Guess who produces it? Taiwan. So this is what's going on, and this is why when we tell our people, you've got to become global. You can't stay in your small pocket because this man is dealing on a global level and oppressing everybody on a global level.
That's right.
We just see because what we feel, what we see, but we've got to understand our brothers and sisters all over, and they feeling it the same thing.
That's right. It says, the scripture says that you'll be hated in all places, right, for my name's sake, right? No matter wherever the Most High Yahweh scattered you, that these curses was going to be on us for a sign and a wonder, so we can't get out of it. But just as the elder was saying, I'm going to touch on what he said lightly, just like when you were going a few months ago, right, to try to buy that used car, because I was going to too. Me and my wife were looking to buy a new Honda Accord or a new Civic, used though, right? But just a newer model, right? And I'm talking about, it was a struggle. Because they were saying that they don't have any inventory, right? They're not even making new cars. Some of the older used cars that they have, when they get them in, they have to do certain work on them. They can't do it because they need the chips.
The chip.
The chips run everything in these cars, and Taiwan produces the vast majority of these chips. So
that's why at that point, when if you had a older model vehicle that was relatively in good condition, was running great, and you brought it in, you was getting a high value trade-in.
They was going for $3,000 to $5,000 more than their value, and they were marked up to sell that high too for resale. Right. Whew. They was trying to buy. I have a 2013 Honda Civic. I'm talking about, man. They was sending us letters. They wanted to buy our car so bad. And I'm like, hold on, we trying to get another car because I have also a 2006 Honda Accord, all right, and that was having some difficulties, and we need another car, but they wanted to buy that one so bad. I'm like, we can't sell that one, and we need another one. But I'm talking about, they were talking $3,000 to $5,000 over the MSRP listed value or the Blue Book value,
and which would have been great, but if you got it, then you would have been one car short, but can't get a new vehicle because there's no chips.
There's no chips.
Right. So. Yeah, but that's what it is on the logic.
Right, it is what it is. So let's. I want to just pull a couple items. We're probably going to come back for part 2 and maybe go a little bit more in depth on some of these things. But let's see. It says China speeding up plans to what? To seize Taiwan.
What? See?
To seize it. Esau said he coming to take Taiwan. I'll make it a little bigger. The sea coming to seize Taiwan. This is the Washington Post 1 day ago. All right. Right. It says Blinken. Blinken is the Secretary of State. Says China wants to seize Taiwan at a much faster timeline. Right. Absolutely. They're speeding it up. They're like, man, you know what, bro? We done already got Hong Kong back.
Con. Look, sorry, real quick. Hey,
go ahead.
This is all chess, because you gotta look at it like this, and people gotta keep in mind, and a lot of people don't know. China's in Africa mining gold, all precious minerals.
Talk about it.
Russia's got their gold. Now China and Russia getting together, their currency is backed by gold.
Absolutely.
So they're talking about
they don't need America for nothing.
Nothing. So you've got these two superpowers that got gold out the yin yang coming together to make one currency to rival the US dollar, which it won't take too long because it's backed by precious minerals. Now you're looking at that. You're looking at these two superpowers get together and having this currency, and then they get hold of Taiwan, the chip manufacturer of the world.
Ooh. Right.
Come on, people.
You think they don't want that? You think they don't want that back? You know how much more control, how much international power and authority China will seize just by taking back Taiwan? Because Taiwan wants to cozy up with America, which don't make sense, to be honest.
Right. And why they doing, and why is China doing this? Because they see, is she as weak as us? They see America as she is. She is weak right now.
Right. Hold on. I got a precept too, right? What's that? Isaiah 14. Is this
the man?
Is that Isaiah 14?
Which one is this?
Hold on. I think it's Isaiah. Yeah, it's Isaiah 14. Isaiah 14 and it says verse 14 and 12, 11, right? It says verse. I'm gonna start at verse 10, right? All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Right? That's what China's saying right now. You looking kind of weak.
Kind of weak.
We're kind of weak.
What you gonna do? What? Whatever. I'm gonna get this. This used to be mine. This used to be me. I'm taking this back.
Right.
And they looking at it, they be like, "Oh, they ain't do nothing. I want Taiwan next."
That's right.
You know.
Watch this. It says the pump is brought down to the grave. All of that boasting and shit America used to do, could talk shit and scare everybody. That shit out the window.
Out the window. Hey, Putin probably on the phone with him, like, what's his name, like?
With Chow Ying-ping.
Hey, just go ahead and take that, man. Don't worry about it. He ain't gonna
I got you.
Yeah, he ain't gonna roll up.
Dan, you sure they ain't gonna do nothing?
I'm telling you, you good. You good. Go ahead and do it. Look, and that's what's going down. Because they see America as like that threat that she used to be when everybody used to be like, that's America over there.
Right.
They used to see the aircraft carriers, the jets and everything, and see it all. Now they be like, I got that.
Right, I got that.
No, you're not the only one with that big stick, man.
Mm-hmm. Right, you're not the only one with the big stick. Nobody's scared of that anymore. Nobody. Right? Watch this. Let me read a little bit of this article. Right? Right. It says China has made a decision to seize Taiwan. Right. This is from October 7th. This is Bloomberg. Right. A verified news source. Okay. Right. Right. Fair use too. All right. Fair use. Right. We just giving our opinion on this information. Okay.
Just reading it.
We're just reading it. All right. And giving our thoughts. This is for spiritual, right. And educational purposes. All right. Spiritual and educational purposes. All right. Fair use. Right. It says China has made a decision to seize Taiwan at a much faster timeline than previously thought. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said on Monday, shortly after China's leader reiterated his intent to take the island by force if necessary. He's not these look, he's not even playing. President Ping, whatever the fuck his name is, right?
Right.
He like, look, man, we're taking this bitch by force. I think this him talking right here. Let me see if this him.
Right.
Let me see something.
Strategic resolve and shown a fighting spirit. Throughout these endeavors, we have safeguarded China's dignity and core interest and kept ourselves well positioned for pursuing development and ensuring security.
Right, for securing the security. The more they seize back their previous lands, especially Taiwan and Hong Kong. Hong Kong is a major part of their. It's going to be a major lift boost to their economy, right?
That's right.
It's going to strengthen their international influence, their appeal. A lot of people go to Hong Kong because it's a major cultural melting pot. Okay, if you don't know that, okay, right, in that region of the world, okay.
Hong Kong is the East New York.
Right, it's the New York of the East, right, of that region. That's why I was saying, people say, well, oh, they just took Hong Kong. That doesn't mean it. You don't understand how important that is that they've seized control of Hong Kong, right? And their power has increased because of
China's
that.
international influence, appeal, and power to shape have risen markedly.
Right, it says that it's risen dramatically, right? Right, because the pomp of America is gone down to the grave. Right, let's finish this.
We have made significant advances in exercising full and rigorous party self-governance, guided by the belief that it takes a good blacksmith to forge good steel.
And look, ain't it funny that the Chinese use the same thing as Russia?
Right.
Right, and a lot of these Middle East, that's the sickle.
Right.
Right. Wow, that's amazing. That's fascinating. Go ahead. Let me play a little bit more.
Right.
We have put forward and implemented the general requirements for strengthening the party in the new era. We have set strengthening ourselves politically as the overarching guide for all other initiatives of
strengthening themselves, Slovakia, politically, right? That's where the control is. That's the power, because on the international level, America, even politically, doesn't have the cachet that they used to have. All right, understand that. All right, understand these other nations. These are world powers. Go ahead, King.
Oh no, I said what cash America has.
Right.
Paper, bunch of paper.
Come on. Let's go.
Party building. We have hammered away at the task of rectifying pointless formalities, bureaucratism, hedonism, and extravagance, and opposed privilege-seeking mindsets and practices. The next 5 years will be crucial for getting our efforts to build a modern socialist country in all respects off to a good start. Building a modern socialist country in all respects is a great and arduous endeavor.
There's about 1 billion of these goddamn.
Right.
Look at that. This is like their Congress. This is like a gazillion of these guys.
Look, quiet, organized, and just meticulous.
Right. And he has a 5-year plan to turn China into if not the world superpower, right? I mean, they're already in the top 5 world superpowers,
right?
But they'll be in the top 3 within 5 years. Nobody be able to rival them, maybe besides Russia, probably.
Yeah.
You know?
And see, and what makes them so thrive so much, they're like an ant colony,
mm-hmm.
and that's their premise. There's no individualism in China. It's all working for the better of the good of the whole.
Right, they're all working like the ants. They all work for their mound, right, to make sure that that's taken care of and that their king or queen is protected. Okay,
and they have the same mentality when they come here.
Mm-hmm.
That's
right. Go ahead, King. Yeah, they're working, they're getting that money, and trust me, they're sending money back to their people over in China, and they're bringing them over here too, so that they can get that guap too.
Right. Because we sit here under the curses, Deuteronomy 28. They come here, we're at the tail, and they come here and they become the head above us. Get all these perks, these benefits, tax breaks, don't have to pay no taxes and stuff for like 5-7 years. They get money, $50,000 for start a business when they come here, start the business, stay there for a while, make the money, have family members come here, grow the business, they go to another business, start another one where they still got that one there, stay here for a while. Right before it's time for them to get to nationalize, they go home.
Right.
While the family members stay here, that's what they do. Then they come back again. And guess what? They do process all over again.
Absolutely right, and that's that tax-free exemption, and that's why all of these other nations, because it's designed that way for them to get on top of us, right? It says that we would be everybody else would be very high, but we would be very low. So it doesn't matter. We're always at the bottom under the curses. Let me finish up this article right here.
Bring it up.
Because I want to read this, right? It says there has been a change in the approach from Beijing towards Taiwan in recent years. Blinken said in an event at Stanford University in California. The remarks from the American top diplomat on Monday come as China holds its twice-a-decade Communist Party Congress. I think that's what we were just watching. Wow, that's a lot of them. Wow, in their Communist Congress Party. And shortly after Chinese President Xi Jinping, right? I think that's how you say it, right? Jinping, whatever, a widely watched speech on Saturday. That's what we were just watching, right? To say wheels of history are rolling towards China's reunification.
See?
With Taiwan being part of that. While peaceful means were preferable, Xi added, we reserve the option of taking all necessary measures. See that?
Right. But Moab, you know what? Moab, you can plan all you want to be a superpower, to get everything that, but what it says in Psalm 60 and 8. Moab is my wash pot. Over Edom will I cast out my shoe. Philistia triumph thou because of me.
Yeah, calm.
So.
Right, it is what it is. They can do whatever they want to do. They can build up. They can re-get Taiwan and Hong Kong. They can do all that, but eventually, right, they have to come to the battle at Armageddon. You see what I'm saying? And they have to be destroyed, right? Like, watch this one last precept, and then we're gonna give you a preview of what we're gonna come back with. All right.
Okay.
Let me show. Damn, what was man? I lost my. Oh, this is what I want. Right. So I want Numbers 24. Right, Numbers 24. It's 15, 14. All right, here we go. Right, number 24 and 17. Right, I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and the scepter shall rise out of Israel. The scepter won't depart from Judah. That's Yahushua. And shall smite the corners of Moab. Okay? All right, so when the Lord returns, man, he coming to destroy you Moabites. All right? All right. So, Khan, that's we'll finish up talking about, pick up on that. We'll report on any other news when we come back, Lord willing, tomorrow and either tomorrow or Friday, and finish this out. But we also want to talk about it has the Messiah return. Is the Messiah in Israel?
All right. Look, hey, hey.
Man, that's going to be the title of the lesson, whether we come through. Is the Messiah in Israel?
He's talking in secret.
You thought it was a secret, rabbis?
Right.
Small hats?
Hey, we're not fooled by what you. Those Christians might fall for that.
Right. They're ignorant of Satan devices. We're not.
Right.
Right.
Because all eyes shall see him.
Right. Even though that's what it says, every eye's gonna see him, even those that pierced him. It say he coming in the clouds. Right. We're gonna get on that. We ain't gonna give it away. But look, that's the question. Is the Messiah already here? Is he in Israel? Right. If you're measuring the time diligently, as we talked about earlier, right, as the Most High told the dear beloved brother Ezra, you should know the answer to this. All right. So that's what we'll be coming with tomorrow, right? We're going to tomorrow, Thursday, is the Messiah in Israel. We're going to do an update on this Kanye West or Ye anti-Semitic rant, as they say. I just heard recently that he may have backtracked on his statements and apologized. So we'll be reporting on that again when we come back either Thursday or Friday. Look,
if he backtrack or apologize, is because like he said in his, and I watched in the entirety. I was watching it. Like he said, his friends or handlers, in his own words that he said, will come approach him. So his handlers probably came to him.
Right. And it's funny. Kanye is the richest man and a black man in American history. He's a billionaire. He's worth more than your boy Jehovah, right? Jay-Z, right? And he doesn't even know where his kid's at, right? He can't even say what's on his mind. See, the rich small hats, right? They can say and do whatever they want. They are the most billionaires across the world per capita. Right, while being one of the smallest countries, right, one of the smallest populations on the face of the earth. They're nothing but Edomites. They're no different from your average Edomite. Just like the tribe of Judah, the tribe that I'm from, is the head tribe or the chief tribe of Israel. The Jewish man is from the chief tribe of Esau. That's the Amalekites. Amalek. All right, that's the chief tribe of Esau. All right, and doesn't it make perfect sense, right? When you understand and you look with a spiritual eye. So we're not gonna touch on that too much now. We're gonna come back and bring that and report on that. And then I got one thing I want to show before we go.
What you got there?
This is something I'll report on when we come back too. You see this right here? This is in my local area. Middleburg is literally like 10 or 15 minutes from my house.
Okay.
See this? Right, Middleburg neighbors wake up to find racist flyers on their cars. You see how bold Esau is?
See, I can see.
Right. So I'm gonna be reporting on this because this went down in my local areas. This is in Middleburg, Florida. All right. I live in Jacksonville, Florida. Middleburg is a neighboring city. Okay. So I'm gonna be reporting on that. All right.
Look.
But that's all I got. If you got anything else, Elder, go ahead, King. But I got time for me to ride out. I got some things I gotta handle around the house.
Hey, I just gotta say one thing to shoot that last thing, that you just showed me, right up the street, not too far from the house. But like what Lord said to people in Luke 22 and 36. Because they say, "Oh, you guys," we're not advocating it, but we do promote in protecting you, yourself, and your family, and keep.
That's what the Lord said.
That's what the Lord said. Let's see what the Lord said.
This is Luke chapter 22 and verse 36, right? This is important, right? Remember this, family. This is a very important verse. This is what the Lord said, Yahushua, right? Then said he, Yahushua, unto them, but now he that have a purse, right? That's what you carry your money in, right? Your purse, right? Right? Let him take it, and likewise his scrip, and he that have no sword. The modern day sword is a gun.
That's right.
And he that have no sword, let him sell his garment and buy one. Okay?
That's it.
That's it. That's the bottom line because Yahushua said it.
That's right. Hey.
All right.
Hey, that was you know what? That was the official NRA before the NRA came up.
Yeah, that's the hey, look, And if I was a voter, right, I don't support none of these either middle cool, none of
Right.
these American organizations. But if I was in the world voting, I would support the NRA, right? Because I support you being able to have your gun. All right.
Right. You should be able to protect you and your own.
Mm-hmm.
If
That's
someone is coming in to do bodily harm or danger to your house, what does he look like? You waiting on someone.
Yeah, I gotta call 911. I gotta call 911.
Hold up.
Hello? Hello?
Hey, look.
Can you hear me now?
I'm a crazy type. I'll go confront you in the middle of the night. You come to my house, it's pitch black. I know how to walk in my house in the darkness. So hey, on that note,
Hey, on that note, right? On that note, hey, we're gonna thank y'all for coming again. Like, share, subscribe. We appreciate it. We're gonna give all praises. I'm gonna let the elder go ahead and close us out, King.
I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shah. Hey, I want to say all Slack. I want to say all blessings to the Aki Makwa out there. Peace blessings to the Aki out there, the hedges and highways, put your life and freedom on the line. Pushing the word and pushing the truth to Yahweh Shah.
Talk about it.
That's it.
Con. Hey, all praises. Well, I'm gonna
All
say,
praises.
hey, Shalom family, Barakatah.
Shalom.